Hey y'all, so I forgot that I wanted to talk to y'all about something that had happened while I was at work, for my last day at a job. So, well, I can say it started before my last day. So anyway, there was this new guy that started, right? And at first glance for me, and probably the same for him or whatever. I mean, I wasn't attracted to him. I wasn't looking for attraction or whatever. We worked together, and not to say I've never, had the work relationship thing going on. It's just that wasn't on my mind. It's just, he was a new fella, and I noticed him, and I was like, okay, whatever. Just kept on about my merry way with work. So, it wasn't until I actually had to interact with him that I actually found a little attraction towards him, like just listening to him talk and whatever, just actually looking him in the face. I was like, oh, he is pretty handsome, yeah, and all that good stuff. And okay, so that was that. But I didn't like entertain him or whatever. I already knew I'm on my way out the door. I'm really not trying to do anything. So anyway, so I just want to say, like, when you're attracted to somebody. Um he could say he wasn't attracted to me. Okay, that's fine. Not like we talked about anything like that at all. But the point of this video is the fact that when I first, interacted with him, I asked him if he had kids. He said no. I didn't ask him if he had a girlfriend or if he was married or whatever, because I wasn't trying to get all that. I wasn't trying to ask all those questions because if I was to ask him all that, he probably would have thought that I was like trying to see for myself. And I just decided not to ask because I wasn't trying to, you know, go anywhere with him anyway. So anyway, that was the first interaction. I asked him if he had kids and whatever. We didn't talk much, but we talked a little bit, right? So anyway, on my last day at this particular job, um, hey, I was putting up some parts. I was putting up some parts, and now I done been there longer than him. So him coming and asking me what he asked me was kind of weird. So anyway, okay, let me start here. When he had came in that morning, I made it my business not to, try to be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we were to make eye contact, I'd be like, hey, how you doing? Whatever. And that's pretty much with everybody. I wouldn't treat him no different than anybody else. I really be trying to stay to myself, like in my own world for real. You feel me? And I don't really be saying, "Hey, how you doing?" Sometimes it depends on who you are, but yeah. Anyway, with him, we wasn't like that. So, when I saw him that day, his back was turned, and I just went ahead and grabbed some more parts to put up, and I just walked on the way. Now, I figured he probably had saw me turn the corner. Like he probably saw my braids or something as I had just turned the corner or whatever, because I had done walked all the way to the back to put some parts up. And dude, he done followed me back there. He knew exactly where I was going, so he must have, seen me as I was passing, like, as I was going behind the corner or whatever. Anyway, this man followed me all the way to the back. I'm just watching what he doing now and listening, because I realized that life is a journey now, and I'm just learning how to love correctly, and that loving someone starts with loving yourself first, bro. Anyway, I'm not trying to get too deep into that part right now. Anyway, dude follows me to the back while I'm putting up stuff. He gonna ask me, "You need any help?" I paused for a second. I gave a little smile because he was clearly trying to come talk to me. So anyway, I was like, I don't think so, because I know where this stuff go, and I'll be able to find it. So and he said, I don't even know what that you're gonna be him longer than, but so that was that, and then he goes on to he's oh yeah, he was like, oh yeah, so I hear today's your last day. I was like, yeah, today is the last day for me to be at this job, and he was just asking me different stuff. Well, he was, I don't know, just like I don't remember exactly what he asked me, but I know I was like, like I said, because I said this when we first had our encounter. I said, I just repeated myself. I was like, well, like I said, I like change, because the only constant in life is change. I didn't say that part though, but yeah, I said, yeah, I like change because I wasn't trying to spill all my teeth on him. I'm not trying to get all. I'm not trying to tell him too much. Okay, I wasn't trying to do all that. So anyway, during him just like talking, mind you, we never talked about whether he had a girlfriend or if I had a boyfriend or whatever the case may be. We never talked about that. But as he was talking, he just like threw in the word wife. Like, okay, I wish I could remember exactly what he was saying. Like, he basically said, he was basically talking about the things he liked to do, and he was like something, something, something with my wife. But the way he said it, it sounded as if he was saying it rhetorically. Like he liked to do these things. He like as if like he would like to do these things with his wife or whatever. But anyway, so I clarified. I said, "Oh, so you're married?" And he said, "Yeah, for 2 years now." And I'm just thinking, oh, "Okay, cool." Because at this point I'm thinking, okay, yeah, now I know it's not it's a no-go. You feel me? So at this point, yeah, and then at this point too, I'm thinking, okay, so why are you back here? You know what I'm saying? Because I was actually thinking that we were, having a little silent, flirtation or whatever going on. Just, taking our time, whatever. But dude, you're married. What are you doing over here? Why did you follow me back here? Why are you trying to chat it up with me? What is this? Would you think I was gonna be a little easy screw for you? You feel me? Like, because the energy had shifted once he had said that. You feel me? Like, I was smiling. I was still smiling, but like, you know how when your heart is open, my heart closed when he said that, because like, dude, there ain't nothing I could do with you, and I'm not finna go for the whole whatever story. He ain't trying to tell me no story about her or whatever, but it's just, child, I ain't got time for that. Okay, what is this? And it's just, I don't know, man. What is it about me that just screams to him, "Try me"? Did y'all hear that? Like, or just not even just to him, but just people in general. But like, bro, whatever. I'm just glad that I, um, I caught on, and I didn't allow myself to get too invested. Whether that be physically or emotionally or whatever, what I'm saying. I did not invest anything into that. I just was seeing, just figuring it out. And another thing, I didn't allow myself to imagine what it could be like with him. Like, because man, I know myself. Like, I be so quick to be planning a whole life ahead of ourselves. We ain't even talking for real. But like, just, I'm saying, and people in general, never was really even that deep. But I just let it be that deep because I was in my imagination with y'all, bro. And with this situation, I had to realize that I just needed to just watch, allow him to show me who he is. And he showed me too. And guess what? We barely made eye contact for the rest of that shift. I mean, like, it just was what it was. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't angry with him or whatever, because it's not like he ever asked me to do anything or to be anything more than coworkers. You know what I'm saying? That conversation never came up. And you know how guys are, or just people with that type of energy are, like, I'm over here, understanding that there was something going on, like a little chemistry there. But if it were to come out or whatever, he'd probably be like, there wasn't nothing there. We wasn't doing none of it. She just thinking stuff, like, whatever. Okay, like, I'm gonna just keep that to myself. Okay, except for with y'all, I'm sharing this with y'all. So yeah, yeah, I don't care. Cause that shit was weird to me. The fact that you come bringing your ass, you followed me. He followed me back there. He didn't even have no parts in his hands, y'all. He ain't even had no parts in his hands to put up to at least act like you had something to do back there. You followed me back there just so you could talk to me about whatever. You don't even know me like that. to even want to get. I don't know, child. Because one could say, well, I was just trying to be a friend. Why are you trying to be my friend? This is work. You feel me? Like, I done been there and done that with trying to be friends with people at work and stuff. You're not supposed to do that anyway. I come to find that out, But